And we're going to work in the legs today. So let's come up and onto all fours. So hands under your shoulders and the knees under your hips. Good. And as we just press into the hands, let's just do some really simple cat-cow movement. So looking up, let the spine release. And then as you press into your hands, rounding in. And inhale as you look up. So just continue, you find your breath. And you feel out how your back and hips are feeling today. As we just coming in gently into the body after our sleep and our rest. The body can feel a little heavy, maybe a bit achy first thing in the morning. And come back to neutral. We're going to stretch the feet. So bring the knees together and the inner edges of your feet together. Your toes stay tucked under. We'll just walk the hands back so the hips come over the heels. We're stretching into the undersides of the feet. That's it. So it may be that you're sitting slightly forward if it's too strong, or you can really rest back there. Hips over the heels and a breath into the undersides of the feet. We're working the legs, but always start with the feet. Really notice that length from the base of your big toe mound to the inner heel and feel the spread across the balls of the feet. Deep breath. Good. Let's come on to all fours again. We'll lift the feet off the floor. You're still on your knees and just do some circles with the feet. Yeah, just one direction and then the other. Good. And again, tuck your toes under. Send your bottom back over your heels and walk the hands forward. So now we're laying forward. Still that same kind of stretch into the feet, maybe not as intense, but really activate through the arms as you push forward and stretch back into your hips. A slow and steady breath into the feet. Good. Inhale and come up. Let's tap this out this time. So the tops of the feet just tapping onto the floor. Okay, we're ready for a dog pose. So press down into the hands, lift your knees and push back into dog pose. And the first one, just feeling it out as you cycle out the legs. Bending one knee, straightening the other. I'm going to be looking more at the lower leg and the knees today. So let's come back onto all fours. And we'll stretch the leg a little bit more. So from all fours, just lift your right leg up and behind. Place the right toes to the floor and then press the hands forward and do a little bounce into the right heel. So the toes are to the floor and we're just bouncing into the heel, stretching into the calf, almost like a little teasing open of the calf and the Achilles as you push forward through the hands. Good. Now to hold it for 3 breaths. Squeeze just above the right knee. Press into the hands, breathe into the calf. One more breath. Good. And onto your knees. And left leg back, float it up, toes to the floor. And just do a little bouncing back into the heel. You might notice one side is a little tighter than the other in terms of the calves. Let's push forward through the hands. Reach back into the heel. Now let's hold it for 3 breaths. If you squeeze just above the knee, you get a little bit more length through the back of the calf, that muscle engagement. Good. And onto all fours. Okay, let's go for another dog pose. Lift your knees and push back. Again, just really mindfully pedaling out the legs, taking care to try to stretch out the calf. Stretching out the ankle. Good. And from there, just coming on to your knees. Now, just a little calf love now. We're going to take a rolled up blanket. So I'm hoping that you have a blanket or a towel handy. And as we take the blanket, we're going to roll it and put it behind the calf. So between the calf and the hamstring. So you're going to sit back onto the roll. And it's like a little massage. So this is called, I was going to say, crush the carbs. And if you just have that bit of rolled up blanket or even a rolled up mat or a towel, and you just put that little bit of pressure into the calf, you're also going to get a little bit of love into the hamstring. And then I just rocked a little side to side. It's always surprising how stiff the calves are. You know, it's not like I walk around in stilettos all day, but my calves are really tight. So just feeling that out for yourself. I'm kind of at the moment focusing on the end of the calf closest to the ankle. That's kind of just where the pressure is. You could even take your hands back a little bit further if you've got that capacity and stretch out through the front of the legs as you get that little bit of love into the calf. And then as you adjust, just bringing that blanket a little bit closer up towards the back of the knee, because I want to try now and get into more of the top of the calf. So just kind of make an adjustment there. Or once you get into the real fleshy bit of the calf, it can be quite painful. And yeah, you might just be sitting forward, fingertips onto the floor. That's fine. You've got to gauge that weight that you bring in. So of course, when you apply pressure like this into a muscle, it brings a lot of blood and fluid to the muscle once you release it. It's like just a self-massage tool. So good to release tension, just break up contracted, hard kind of tissue. And something you can do, you know, if you're enjoying this and your calves get tight or crampy. Good. Okay. So you get the idea. Let's come off the roll. Oh, my calves feel a little bit warm. Hopefully yours do too, just a little bit warmer. And we'll come back onto all fours and back up into dog pose. Let's just stretch that out. Yeah, feels quite different now. Okay, so looking at the feet, spread your toes, bend your knees well, get your hips up nice and high. Now we want to have a sense of lifting up from the back of the ankle, up the back of the calf, into the back of the knee. To help us do that, spreading the toes, really push the balls of the feet into the floor and kick the balls of the feet back behind you, like you're trying to press the feet back behind. It's going to fire up the back of the leg. And then slowly straighten. Deep in breath. Long out breath. Good. Walk your feet forward towards the hands. Just a nice deep bow here, but we're going to bend the knees again. And what I want you to do here is take your hands, the palm, into the back of the calf. Push the calf forward with your hands. Create some resistance there at the back of the calf. This is called the calf loop. We want the calves active and strong as you slowly straighten, bowing in. Keep the hands pushing into the back of the calves as you straighten your legs, and you'll find a much deeper stretch coming. This will be our focus. Good. Press the fingertips into the floor. Inhale, look up. Exhale and bow. And again, inhale, lift your head, look up, and bow deep. And one more, inhale, lift your head, look up. Exhale and bow. Good, big step, left foot back. Let's just find our lunge. So the fingertips can be onto the floor, the left foot is back, the right foot is forward. Lift your head, look up. Just feeling your lunge a little here. Now we're going to drop the back knee to the floor. Remember the work we've been doing in the hips. So let's spin the right toes out to the right. Lean into your left hand as we take our low twist. Push down into the knee. Turn your belly. Sweep the top arm up. Now pushing into the feet. Let's rise up, back leg up off the floor as you curl open. Head back, throat open. Big bright breath. Release the right hand, right foot forward. Let's rock forward to the top of the mat. Big step forward. And step your right foot back. Good, just feeling out the lunge. And back knee to the floor. Spin your left foot out to the left. Lean into your right hand. Take your left arm up for your twist. Turn the belly. Remember your feet. The feet so important. Push down into your feet. Let's see, with that pressure down, can we lift the back knee up? Curl it open. Good. And turn the left foot forward, left hand to the floor. Let's go back into dog pose from here. And again, bend both knees, spread your toes, press the balls of the feet down. Lift your hips up. And as you exhale, stretch the legs back. Breathing deep. Let's bring the feet together. Over to plank. Lower down onto your knees and chest. Inhale to scoop up, just enjoying that little pose here. And exhale back to dog pose. Inhale, sweep your right leg up and a big step forward. Back knee to the floor. Come up, hands onto your front knee. So we'll take our low lunge. Pressing the hand into the front knee, lift the belly. Sweep the arms up. A nice full breath as you open to the day. This Remembrance Day. What are you remembering? In yoga, we're always invited to remember the heart, the big picture, the big energy. Good. Exhale, float your hands down. We're going to go for our leg stretch. So if you need blocks for your hands, please take them. Shuffle your right foot forward. Come onto your right heel. Now, let's bend the knee. We're going to be doing this all class today. Bending the knee. Think about getting this energy on the back of the leg nice and strong. This is the part of the leg that often lets us down and is a little weak. And so what happens is we tend to slam it over, push into the knees, causing lots of problems there. So let's press the back of the heel into the floor. Drag really actively into the right hip. Keep the knee bent. You know that thing, we often go deeper into the hip and the hamstring when the knee is bent. Lift your head, look up, exhale, and bow. I'm going to keep the knee bent. Keep the knee bent just to feel into I get more of a stretch into the upper hamstring, the outer hip. Just stretching the back of the knee is not always ideal. Trying to get into that bulky part of the muscle. Good. Inhale, lift your head, look up. We're going to take a twist now. So lean into your left hand, right hand onto your right hip. I'm going to keep the knee bent, so keep pushing into the back of the heel and twist open to the right. Now, if you want a little bit more in the hip, start to straighten the leg. Breath into side body. Good. And release the right hand. Draw the right knee back. Pop up. Let's pedal that out a little bit in the legs from dog pose. Inhale, sweep your left leg up and a big step forward. Back knee to the floor. Come up, hands onto your front knee. Lunging forward, lift the belly, sweep the arms. Just breathing into the sensation, whatever it is, wherever you feel it. Maybe it's a dull ache in the hips, in the back. Oh, just this lovely freedom through the chest as you curl back. Good. Exhale, float the hands down. Shuffle the left foot forward. Come onto the left heel. Keep the knee really bent. Look how bent my knee is. And then press into the heel and drag back towards the hip. So you're really firming the back of the leg. And then with the knee bent, you can fold forward. It's quite a nice fold then. You know, you don't have to straighten the leg. No expectation. And actually, we know when we keep the knee bent, we often go deeper into the pose. Good. Inhale, look up, lean into the right hand, sweep the left arm up. Now, I feel like I can straighten the leg a little bit more here just to get a little bit more stretch into the hips. You do you. Good. And release the left leg, left hand. Draw the left foot back, lift the back knee, and step back into dog pose. Feet together, squeeze the legs, over to plank. Lower down to the floor. Scoop up and push back. Inhale, sweep your right leg up and a big step forward. Back knee to the floor. Come up, hands onto your front knee. You're going to take a twist across the leg this time. So see how you go with the hands up. Sweep up through the left arm. Exhale as you twist. Elbow outside the knee. Palms together. And as you press your palms, press your knee into the elbow into the knee. Lengthen and twist. Yeah, good. And release, looking down at the foot. Release the hands. Lift your back knee and step back. Sweep your left leg up and a big step forward. Back knee to the floor. Lunge forward, sweep up through the arm and exhale, take your twist. You can, palms together, turning the belly. Good. Look down at the left foot, release the hands, lift the back knee and step it back. So bring the inner edges of the feet together. Let's do a little dog pose like this. Both knees bending, hips high to the sky. Press the balls of the feet into the floor and kick them back. Like you're trying to push back through the balls. You feel that all that work come into the backs of the legs, keeping that pushing of the balls of the feet back. Straighten the legs slowly. Ooh, there's the stretch. Wow, makes such a difference when you activate the legs and the feet. Breathe there. Over to plank now. Lower down to the floor. Scooping up. And push back. Inhale, right leg sweeps up and a big step forward. We're coming up, hands onto the front knee here. Let's see if we can lift up, bend into the front knee. Hands onto the hips as you square the hips. Push down through the feet. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Curling the heart. One more breath. Okay, let's do it. Float the hands down. Maybe the hands onto blocks. From here, we're going to straighten the leg. So look at the foot and straighten the right leg. Now again, we don't have to go to full straight. Just have the knee slightly bent. Lift the toes, engage the muscles. Lift your head, look up. Exhale and bow. The back heel can be up off the floor. Just keep pressing back, anchoring back into the back leg. As you stretch into the front hamstring, the hip. I've still got my knee slightly bent, working for me. Good. Inhale, lift your head, look up. Unlock the front knee and step it back. Cycle that out, pedal it out, feel it in your hips and your legs. Inhale, left leg up and a big step forward. So first we're coming up, hands onto the front knee. Bend into the front knee. Sweep the arms. Exhale, float the hands down and slowly straighten the leg. Lift your head, looking up. Exhale and bow. So maybe the knee slightly bent. Just a nice deep bow over the leg. Keep the muscles engaging on the leg. Inhale, lift your head, look up and unlock the front knee and step back to dog pose. Over to plank. Let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down to the floor. Big breath as you lift up. Cobra. Exhale, push back to dog pose. Inhale, sweep your right leg up and a big step forward. And left foot forward. Let's bend both knees again. So just bending the knees, hands to the back of the calves. The calf loop, it starts at the back of the ankle, lifts up the back of the calf. So it's like the hands are not just pushing forward, but they're pulling the calf muscle up and out of the ankle. So do that with your hands. Pull up and push forward. Knees bent, belly towards the thighs, and then slowly straighten with the hands pushing forward. Ooh. Such a different stretch in the leg. That's how you stretch your hamstrings. Yeah, just keeping that container at the back of the calf makes all the difference. Deep breath. Inhale, come all the way up. Big sweep of the arms to the sky. Catch hold of your left wrist. Lengthen through your left side. Let's head over to the right. Just a nice side stretch. Just leaning to the right. Good. And come up and catch hold of the right wrist. Lengthen and lean over to your left. Good. Inhale, come up and release the arms.